Hello everyone, my name is Don Miguel Thomas, aka Donnie16, aka 1989 was born, aka Don Anonymous. And today I'm just gonna rant on a bit about the Christian doctrine again. I've had a particular discussion right now that's sort of grated on my brain for a bit. Seems to be this concept that Christian individuals should be allowed without challenge to walk around and essentially lie about the effectiveness of faith healing and the validity of biblical scripture. It started off with a simple bit of I'm not going to say too much about this conversation I had with this theist, but I'm going to go across a few main points that irked me a bit. While we were discussing the usual effectiveness of Scripture and the place of prayer, as well as the effectiveness of it in the world that we live in, this person effectively ignored most of my arguments and went on to evangelize the Bible and its components, including its scriptures, its commandments, all that jazz, ignoring, of course, the blatant contradictions held within. I have a problem with people like this, primarily because they ignore the effectiveness of misinformation and the dangers that come with it. This person was effectively telling others and threatening them with threats of hellfire, that individuals can be healed by faith, that there are live examples of such things, and that we should all basically bow our knees right now and all that jazz. So let me hit upon one of the main points that she addressed with this whole faith-healing bullshit. One of the biggest problems that I faced when arguing with this person was her attribution. When I asked for this live example of individuals who have been healed by faith, this individual went on to lie in defense of her creeds by stating that well-respected doctors and individuals who do not use their faith in work so much as they use the education that they've been given to perform the duties that they need to perform. She is saying that individuals like these owe their skill to God. When asked for a comparison as to why mechanics who work on cars who worship Allah cannot also attribute their skill to Allah, she froze for a moment, looked at me with an astounded look on her face, and tried to end the conversation there. Of course, she made one more claim after that, defining that somehow her imaginary friend Jesus loved me. Now, I have a problem with things like this, not because of the sentiment, but because of the canon. In the Bible, Jesus' form of love, and by that virtue God's, includes misogyny, murder, war, and genocide, all in His name. I don't find this to be a comforting perspective on the nature of God, so I don't expect people to I don't expect people to represent this deity as though He is somehow loving, unless you're a masochist. In any case, this example that she provided was of a doctor who had testified that he had somehow performed his surgery with the help of Jesus. Of course, this claim is without any form of evidence, as we can see quite clearly that doctors and other individuals go through rigorous training, and if that person had been born a Christian but had not had the opportunity to go into the study of surgery, they would be quite, and I do mean quite, without skill and with plenty of faith, the likes of which would not help them in their job. Pardon me. So, as a result, I asked her, instead of attributing the work of many skilled individuals to a deity, to give me an example of intervention, wherein a deity actually does what the Bible claims, and when someone prays to them with pure faith, they come down or do some form of miracle in which a person is automatically healed, or perhaps where the hand of God itself comes down to do the sowing. Of course, no such examples exist, not because of any form of mystery or poetry found within the Bible, but simply because such instances do not occur in reality. When these Christians go about claiming that their God works in mysterious ways and that it's in His time that miracles will occur and not in yours, it's easily just an excuse. Individuals who undergo pains of amputation, lost limbs, hard diseases like cancer and such, they, while faithful, can only claim that their diseases were healed when their immune system kicks in to eliminate the disease for them. I don't find this to be intellectually honest or supportive of morality for the entire populace. To put it bluntly, it's not cool to lie and say that the doctor that gave you medicine or the immune system that you have that's so strong is somehow not responsible, while your favorite imaginary friend is somehow miraculously to be held responsible when you heal these limbs or lose these diseases because of your immune system or medicine you were taking prior. The spread of misinformation has to stop, and I don't think that by staying quiet we'll be able to stop it from spreading. So, I propose that any time an individual makes a claim about faith healing or the eternity of hell awaiting another person after death, or even the sovereignty of their particular imaginary friend over the lives of others, I strongly encourage anyone watching this to oppose them, challenge them with any valid information that you might have on your side. Demonstrate to them that hell is not a real place, and pretending to know about its location when the dead cannot speak for themselves is cowardly. Inform them that, well, there are many individuals who presume that faith is the reason for them becoming healed when that faith is the reason for them becoming healed. You should challenge them by saying that there are doctors, physicians, and even their own bodies that are working constantly to ensure that their health is preserved. In fact, provide counterexamples of individuals who have had faith and have found themselves dying at the hands of ridiculous remedies and such, like homeopathy or chakra reading or whatnot. We can't let this bullshit stand, and to be perfectly honest, I'm not happy one bit to have to argue with it daily. But I have to. The reason that I say that I have to is because, unlike the popular opinion that beliefs harm no one, misinformation harms many people. Individuals who are taught that faith will heal them while medicine will only lead them astray should be educated on the matter, if not outright debunked. So it's with this plea that I leave it to you guys. I'm honestly sick of it. I'm tired of having to have these arguments in which the definition of love itself is argued because these masochists think that drowning a world of innocent people, no matter how sinful, or slaughtering an entire rival tribe simply because they believe in an imaginary friend that is not yours, should be somehow a form of love, is bullshit. I leave you guys with this thought. I'm going to take off for now. Don Anonymous, catching you guys later.